What do you prefer, flowers or veil or no headpiece at all?
How about no head? Sorry. Anyway, I need some dubs on the Wilson interview.
Hi, Liza.
Hi. Wedding plans?
No, I'm on my lunch break, and Gillian thought she'd show me some ideas. But listen, if you need me to do something, I can put this off.
No, go ahead. The dubs can wait.
No problem, really.
No
Seriously.
problem. Really, seriously. So, the wedding's going forward, then?
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't it the most romantic thing ever?
Well, actually, it sounds like a production to me.
I mean, it has to be organized and planned, but it's the most glorious day in a woman's life, n'est-ce pas?
If you dites so, petit chien.
You just called me a little dog.
Oh, my. My French is so limited, that wasn't the word I was looking for at all.
Well, I'm such a lucky woman to be marrying such a wonderful man as Scott. You know, he said I could have as big of a wedding as I want.
No, I didn't say that. You did.
Oh, whatever. Liza. You seem to have interesting taste. Would you like to give me your opinion?
Oh, don't tempt me.
Oh, no romance in that ice queen's heart. So, darling, where were we?
First of all, I'm not your darling. I'm your ticket to a green card and nothing more.
Scott?
Gillian, pick out your own damn wedding dress.
Liza Colby hired you. The boss lady must be losing it.
Goodness is a way of life for you, isn't it?
Nah, she's not that desperate. You came here to torture me, right?
You know, the prospect of working in television is as about repulsive as the prospect of seeing you.
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, not that it's any of your business, but if you must know, I'm waiting for my fiancé to return from his lunch break so that we can make some wedding plans.
If your fiancé is so hot to marry you, why isn't he having lunch with you?
He had some errands to run.
Well, saddle me not with the waiting woman. Go do your magazine flipping someplace
Oh,
else.
how gracious.
Just go.
Make me.
Must be hot. You're turning pink all over.
I like it hot. You know, you're not nearly as cool as you want everybody to believe, are you, Mr. Lavery?
I'll melt as quick as the next guy given the opportunity. You have to be so loud?
Do you have to be so obnoxious?
Shouldn't you be studying or something?
I am studying.
What? How to marry a sucker?
Very funny.
Some of us have to work for a living, okay?
Oh, excuse me. Workers of the world unite.
What would you know about work?
You're right, Mr. Lavery. Only the working class knows that, Joy. I'm so sorry I hindered you from that pleasure. So, if you'll excuse me, maybe my fiancé will buy me lunch.
Bon appetit. Porska. You want to see me, boss? What's up?
You talk smart, and you act smart. But are you smart?
Excuse me?
A smart man would give me a really good reason why I shouldn't have him arrested for fraud and theft and send him up the river to rot. Hello? I just threatened to bust you on fraud and larceny. At least have the decency to look guilty. Oh, the prospect of prison amuses you.
Okay, well, how's this? Better?
Patronize me at your own peril, Mr. Lavery.
It's not me. It really is. It's my manner.
Excuse me?
People think I'm mocking them, but I'm really not. It gets me into all sorts of trouble.
Really? Well, that kickback scheme has actually got you more trouble than you ever bargained for.
Hey, it's cool. I know how stressed you are. I heard yesterday your divorce closed.
Are you for real?
You need to be good to yourself. Why don't you take some time to regroup, do the spa thing?
Oh, really? Yeah, go do the spa thing.
Yeah.
So you could peck away at my advertisers. By the way, how does it feel to be working with Erica Kane?
Did she tell you she had me strip?
What?
I went to schmooze her for revenues. She had me peel down to my shorts. I guess she pegged me for some runway jockey or something. I don't know. I tell her I'm there to move airtime. You should have seen how embarrassed she was. She okayed my specs for the spot and handed me 500 clams, not to spread it around.
So Erica Kane paid you hush money?
Whatever.
Hold that thought. Finelli's Pizza, sub company. Do they take you for a pizza jockey? How about Power Video, Sunray Tanning, Health Crest Vitamins? What do those advertisers take you for? Or, more to the point, what did you take them for? No, don't tell me, because I have the figures here. I guess you've amassed a healthy nest egg, tax-free. I assume you'll be filing the short form this year. You know, the one that doesn't have that little spot for illegal kickbacks?
Come on. As long as I'm showing you results, what difference does it make?
What difference does it make? The difference is that you work for me. It is my butt on the line. Did you ever hear about those payola scandals in the 50s?
Sorry, not my era.
Oh, well then let me get you up to speed. You see, the music industry was rocked when DJs took incentives to give preferred records airtime. Stations went under. Careers were blown. Are you getting the connection here, Ryan? I don't want the freaking FCC on my back. If WRCW loses its broadcasting license because a skimmer like you decided to go into business for himself on the company's dime, well, I hope that you've amassed a great big fortune to pay a big fat lawyer. Otherwise, you're gonna end up in prison with a 6-foot girlfriend named Bubba.
So you'd really hand me over to the cops?
Liza. Oh, sorry. I need your help.
Stuart, what is it?
Could I just talk to you alone?
I'm gonna make myself scarce.
Oh, wait a second. You're not leaving this building. I will issue an APB on you, young man.
This boy is out of here.
Darling, I've been searching for you everywhere.
Look, Kelsey and I are in the middle of something, okay?
Well, hey, don't let me disturb you.
Why don't you grab a table and order?
Is this something gonna keep you busy long?
As long as it takes, okay?
Lucky I brought something to read. Yeah, we'll watch for your lips to move. Hey, when you two are finished, I have something I want to ask you, Kelsey.
What, my blood? You want my blood? I gave it the office.
No, not blood exactly, but it might require some sacrifice on your part. I want you to be my maid of honor.
No, wait, why in the world would you want me to stand up for you at your farce of a wedding?
Because without you, there wouldn't be a wedding, Cherie.
And how do you figure that?
Well, if Kelsey hadn't put immigration on me, then you wouldn't have proposed. So thanks to Kelsey, I'm marrying the man of my dreams, and I'm living in the land of the free, and Pine Valley will be my home forever. So what do you say, Cherie? I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. How about you?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Gillian, you and Scott are made for each other. I'm happy to be your maid of honor.
We'll have lunch this week and discuss the dress.
I'm sure anything that you pick out will be fine.
How trusting of you.
Well, I could hop down the aisle in a gunny sack and no one would notice because they're all looking at the bride.
True. But we can do better than a gunny sack. Scott, look, I know you own a tuxedo, but I want you to just have a look at some other styles.
Iris said you wanted to see me.
Where the hell have you been?
Scouting for anyone who'll come to my defense.
Oh, no volunteers, I take it.
I'll make it happen. Look, Liza, can we make a deal here? Please, everything's negotiable, right? Deduct whatever you want from my take-home and pay Erica back. Come on, it's not like I'm biting the hand that feeds me. Your revenues are right exactly where I said they'd be. Involve the cops, I'm out of here. It's your loss.
Well, that's an interesting spin, even for you. Bottom line, I don't like users. See, for me and people like me who have made it this far on their own merit, you are one step lower than pond scum. So if you'd like to rise a few notches on the evolutionary scale and not go to prison?
Yeah, whatever it takes.
No, wait. Don't commit until you hear the options. There are none. If you don't do as I say, you don't pass go, you go right to jail. And if you do as I say, it's a variation on the old ball and chain. You get married.
Married?
You have a choice. You go to jail, or you say, I do.
Wedlock or the county lockup? What's behind door number 3?
You have 2 options. The clock is ticking. Pick one.
How would I pass?
For an ethical businessman? I don't think so. I think you blew that shot.
Greasing the wheels of commerce is not exactly a capital crime.
Lethal injection is not on the menu. I'm not out for your head.
Yeah, just my... Give me a clue. What's the pull? I've obviously missed a few beats here.
Are you slow, or is this just some feeble attempt to gain some more time? Because I'm willing to look past the bold-faced graft. I just want a little service.
Your stock is hot. Your profile, stellar. Why waste your heat on a minion like me?
Because I always take advantage of pressing my advantage. I mean, what do you call this? I have you by a very vulnerable part of the anatomy.
Oh, you flatter me, boss, but I still...
By the throat. Does that capture it for you?
Your standards are higher than this.
How could you talk to me about my standards? Besides, I like watching you squirm. Who knew bullying the weak could be so enjoyable?
Adam Chandler must have poisoned your soul.
Don't get personal with me.
Personal? Don't get personal with you. You just proposed to me.
You? You arrogant moron! I wouldn't have you dipped in platinum.
Well, then why are you busting...
You're not gonna marry me. You're gonna marry Gillian Andrassi.
We'll fill the chapel with candles, and hopefully Edmund will be back. Spring's just such a magical time for a wedding. Oh, I love crocuses, don't you?
Hi, are you checking in on the nuptial plan fest?
What?
Scott is discussing his sentence with the royal warden. Should I get you a seat?
Oh, no, thank you. Thanks.
Do you think we should get a boys' choir? Organ music is so funereal. I was thinking something more festive or... Oh, Mr. Chandler, what a lovely surprise. Or should I call you Papa?
Oh, no, Stuart is fine.
Dad, I'll get you a chair.
No, it's all right. This one would do very nicely.
I'm excused.
Well, if you don't mind, just for a moment, I need to talk to my son.
Something wrong, Dad?
No, of course not. It's a very touching ritual, the the parent preparing the child for married life. Your father does everything right. You're a very lucky man, Scott, to have him as your father. I wish my mother was still alive.
Huh?
May the bride return. I'm getting lonely.
I have to get back to the station.
Now?
Sorry, but I have a research project. You know me, when I take on a job, I see it through.
Well, can I help you?
No, I've got it covered, but thank you for your support.
Do you want to sit?
Yeah, thanks. I'd be delighted.
We haven't had a chance to talk much, you and me alone.
You know, I get this feeling that you have doubts about me, but I can assure you that
You're
I'm
a smart girl, Gillian. You're too smart to turn me down.
No way am I husband material.
But Scott is for the right woman. That's why we are going to save him until she comes along.
We.
You and me, Mr. Kickback. Am I making myself clear?
Yeah. I catch your drift, but there's a problem. See, my mother was born in Latvia.
Latvia? Connecticut?
Technically, I'm not a citizen.
Your tax forms state otherwise.
Okay, you want the actual truth? It's a little embarrassing, but here it goes. There was this girl back in school, Mimsy Rittenhouse.
Mimsy.
We got tanked on the beach one night. I blacked out. I woke up in bed next to her.
Unfortunately, Mimsy didn't press charges.
Beside the bed, there was a marriage license signed by the Justice of the Peace. Mimsy said she'd file for divorce, but instead, she took off to Tibet.
Can you get a hold of her?
No, she's in an ashram someplace. I don't know where.
Well, that's a shame. She'd be happy to know that the marriage was never recorded.
You check me out?
I'm very thorough.
Well, then you know about my condition.
Yes, Gillian would make a stunning widow, presiding over an elegant wake.
You are cold. Don't do this to me.
You did it to yourself.
$1,000? Give me a break. It wasn't even your money.
You scammed Erica Kane. Bad boy. Beloved fiancé of the district attorney. I wouldn't expect much in the way of leniency from Jack or the FCC.
FCC?
You endangered my business license. I have to turn you in. Should I call first Jack or the FCC? I'll call Jack.
Just put it down. You win. Please just put down the phone.
I have always wanted to make an offer that someone couldn't refuse.
Take a good look. This is the last of Ryan Lavery.
Oh, please, don't even think about leaving town.
My joie de vivre just dried up and blew away in the breeze.
You and Gillian are made for each other. Trivial, glib, bilingual.
The fun and games will disappear as soon as we're legally changed.
Cheer up, think of the honeymoon. Gillian knows how to travel in style. Penthouse suites, hot and cold running servants, every amenity known to man.
Ah, a 5-star prison.
Better than the other kind.
But not by much.
It is not like I am asking you to trundle off with the village troll. You two were lip to lip. There had to be some attraction.
What's the I do's will instantly nix?
You know, you have this dim view of marriage.
Don't even...
Spousal commitment, especially for somebody who's never experienced it firsthand.
I've observed it in others.
Others?
Somewhere between the senior prom and the first security deposit, a little voice inside your head goes, "Is this all there is?" Another voice says, "No, can't be." So you look around. Where's the magic? Where you need sparks, so you track them down on the other side of the dance floor or ahead in the checkout line, wherever. Flash cut to fireworks. Flash cut to a vision in white. Flash cut to a boring 9-to-5 job in a dismal rent-a-dump. And then you think, is this all there is? No, it can't be. Pitter-batter of little feet. Flash cut to diapers. Flash cut to Little League game. Flash cut to a played-out couple sucking the life out of themselves and their kids.
This is spoken like a veteran of a costly parent war, Ryan.
Till death do us part. They gotta change that. Till death provides a welcome reprieve.
It doesn't have to be that way.
The specifics might vary. They might, but the bottom line stays the same.
How could I turn you down? You're almost my father-in-law.
Almost doesn't count, Gillian. You don't love my son.
I'm wild about Scott. Why would I marry him?
Money?
I have money of my own.
Used to have. That's sort of like almost.
Look, I come from a very distinguished family. If you don't believe me, you can ask Edmund.
But your father lost a fortune. The lands, the house, the diamonds, gone. Everything but the title. Liza checked on it.
I love Scott.
You love being rich. And a lot of people love being rich. It doesn't make you a bad person. Just so you don't lie and cheat.
If you're suggesting that I'm somehow cheating Scott into marriage, you're wrong.
You grew up with money, and you're used to it. I don't care one thing about money. I have more than I'll ever be able to spend. So I'm going to give you barrels and barrels of it. Just don't marry my son.
I'll get that table.
No, stand back. This is my chance.
Kelsey, what are you doing?
Here, forsaking my worldly goods. You can have my CD, you can have my tapes, my clothes go to the shelter. In an hour, I'm gonna have a new identity. Sister Kelsey, nun in training. Hi, I'm Kelsey. I just happened to notice that you two are nuns.
I'm Sister Bliss, and this is Sister Beatrice. Will you be our server?
Yes.
What's good tonight?
Providence. I know this may sound abrupt, but when you two go back to the convent, can I go too? I want to be a nun.
Please don't get me wrong. You're a very nice girl. And you're beautiful, and you have very nice manners. It's just Scott is too young.
Look, even if I did have financial problems of the temporary sort, I
can write you a check tonight.
But I'll still be deported. I have to marry an American citizen.
Oh, hello, darling. Could I have a vodka on the rocks? And then just make that a double on the rocks.
Would you like something to eat with that?
Yes, an olive. I'm on a diet.
Gillian, will you marry me?
Look, Ryan, I've been poor.
Right.
Okay, lower middle class, same drudgery, different clothes. And I can honestly say with authority that rich people live by different rules.
Yoke them together like oxen, and they hate each other just as much.
Yes, but on the paths of mutual loathing, rich people hit better stops. From the top of their well-coiffed hairdos to the bottom of their designer shoes, rich people have more fun. Trust me, I know. Life's a joke. Uncork the champagne. You unhappy? Book a therapist. Tired of talking about your childhood? Book Chinese foot therapy.
You're talking about temporary relief.
Yeah, but sometimes temporary is all you need. 1 or 2 years, and you're set for life. You become the former prince consort of the Princess Eldrazi.
What if she clings?
You'll survive.
Sorry, I'll come back.
No, don't go. I always have time for you.
Next week, Gillian and me, Wildwood Chapel, details to follow. Be there?
I wouldn't miss Gillian's wedding for the world. Would you?
You'll understand if you're not in the guest list.
Actually, I think that Ryan has a scheduling conflict. He may be leaving us soon. So.
Liza.
Bye.
Marry you.
We could find a justice of the peace.
Sorry, I'm late.
Or Adam could call
Have
us.
you been waiting long?
Quiet, Alicia.
I'm an American
So you
citizen.
started without me.
So you can stay here, live your life.
You asked me to meet you here.
Not now, Alicia, okay? Not now.
Here are your listings.
You could have your own room. I have a nice little house. And we could buy a bigger one if you like. We wouldn't really be like a real married couple. You just think of me as sort of a dad.
I already do. You're my fiance's father, and you're a very dear man, and I'm very sorry that you don't think highly of me, but I'm sure that in time that'll change.
It's not gonna fly.
I think you'll look great in orange.
Gillian is immune to my charm.
Well, then I think you need to apply them with greater enthusiasm.
Nothing is gonna make me a Chandler, okay? Gillian wants an empire in her trousseau.
Gillian wants a lot of things, and we are going to give her her heart's desire.